In this episode, we're going to talk about the Revolver Division. The Revolver Division is definitely for the die-hard reloaders. These are the guys that load even more than the classic shooters. In general, to score major power factor, revolvers are limited to a cylinder capacity of just 6 rounds, and anything from 7 and up will score minor power factor, no matter the caliber. That said, capacity is everything when you're starting off such a low capacity of 6, because 8 rounds of 9mm is a third more than 6 rounds of 357 or 38 special. Revolver Division is really dominated by the 8 round or more 9mm revolvers, and they're all shooting off moon clips. Moon clips allow the entire batch of ammo to be loaded as a unit into and out of the cylinder, making your reload time far quicker. The other important consideration for the Revolver Division is cocking the hammer and firing the shot takes far too long, and all competitive revolver shooting in our sport happens with double action only revolvers. To make the trigger nicer, springs are tuned, sears are adjusted to give as light a trigger pull as possible so that you can shoot faster and more accurately. This original Colt Trooper in 357 Magnum can be fired single action with a light trigger pull. As I mentioned, not for IPSC, it's too slow to cock it and shoot and cock it and shoot. It goes more about shooting quickly, but that's a long trigger pull and my fingers are already tired after only half a dozen. When you have a stage of 32 rounds or more, if you need to fill in, this can be quite a handful. This highly modified Smith & Wesson 686 cannot be fired single action. The trigger's been modified to be double action only. It's got a competition style grip, so it's much more comfortable, allowing a better two-handed position. And the trigger can be manipulated far more rapidly than the much heavier, longer trigger pull on the original. Like with everything in competition, modification is bred from a need, and the need to shoot fast and the need for speed is really what it comes from. So if you yearn for the cowboy days, or even the early days of practical shooting in the Southwest Pistol League, where revolvers competed against the early 1911 pistols, these guys benefited back then by reliability over the unreliable 1911s of the time. But the revolver is really for the traditionalists, and I hope it's for you. Shooting Stuff is here, giving you more time to shoot.